What's good, y'all? Frank Colmenares here, and my beautiful Trauma album is now streaming on all music platforms. This album is comprised of 6 songs that really take a deep dive into my life and explore some of the trauma that transpired throughout it. The title Beautiful Trauma comes from the idea that I'm unpacking all of this pain that happened throughout my time alive. But with art, music specifically, we're able to package and convey that in any which way that we wish to. So when you listen to the project, you'll hear these soul samples, these beautiful sounding instrumentals that I'm using as the canvas for me to explore and express my pain for you all to hear. But you know, minus that production, these sound like sad stories and it sounds like the trauma that it is. But when you put it on this canvas where these bright colors are on, or in this case the soul samples that I'm speaking my life events over, it's what came together in my mind as Beautiful Trauma. The album starts off with me talking about losing people and the pain that comes associated with that, and later on in that record, me recalling events as a child that drastically impacted who I was, especially as it pertains to people that I love. From there, it goes on to me talking about my connection and my role in the people's lives that I care about, you know, my family members, and even some of the friction between, you know, people that I don't really have relationships with in my life. We just unpack some of that and just give some of my outlook and how I dealt with certain moments that, you know, occurred, you know, because of that. Track 3, Mind, Body, and Soul, stands out to me a lot because I remember there were a chain of conversations that I've had with peers of mine where I just realized that, you know, we as people, we carry around all of these pressures and expectations to be at certain places at certain ages in life, and you know, we're constantly comparing ourselves to others, and sometimes it just takes a toll on us, and it becomes tough to just navigate life being happy and content with where you are. And we're always chasing, we're always trying to accomplish something, we're always trying to dig ourselves out of holes that we feel that we're in, and it's just like this race against life. So Mind, Body, and Soul was that song to really just tell people to slow down and, you know, take care of themselves and love who they are and where they are, and just be happy with that in the journey. As cliche as it may sound, man, the more you talk to people and get an understanding of where people really are, you'll realize you're not really far off from where it is that you even probably should be at in comparison to others. But, you know, trying to lose the idea of even comparing at all and just being happy with, you know, the life that you have and the hand that you were dealt. The song You're Worth It is really that record that I think sums up the album, at least as it pertains to what I hope people get out of it. You know, with all the pressures in the world and, you know, the things that could go wrong and the obstacles that may lie ahead, we could get discouraged. And I just wanted people to know that regardless of all of that, and no matter what you're facing, no matter who says what, no matter where you are, where you feel you are in life, man, just knowing that you're worth it, and just finding some kind of peace in that. Amen and amen. That was actually the first record that I wrote for this project before Beautiful Trauma was even a thing, where I just reflected on just life, where I was in that moment, and, you know, relationships and conversations that I've had that resonated in my mind, where I wanted to just kind of send like a PSA out into the world, just offering some kind of guidance and gems, and being a little transparent with my story and where I was, and hoping that people could find some kind of peace in that. So amen in a minute. It was actually just going to be a song that I did a video for, and that was that. But from that moment, I had so much more to say, and so I built this Beautiful Trauma album around it. You've Been Good. I closed the album just saying a lot of the things that I feel that I didn't get to say up until that last track, and I didn't want to close this project knowing that this was the project that I was putting out there as me being open and kind of leaving it all on the table. I wanted to make sure I checked all the boxes as far as things that I would want to say, people and situations that I want to address. And so I did that in this record, messages to my mom and talking about my brother, and just closing the that track in the project, you know, with a message to the world. Just in case anything I lost in translation, I wanted my message to be very clear. So you've been good. It's definitely, if I didn't say it up until that point, it gets said on that record. Hey, yo, I love y'all. Thank you for rocking with your boy, tuning in, spreading the word, and you know, whether it's with this album or not, whether you post and share this album and spread the word or not, those of you that are spreading love in the world, man, that's enough for me. The idea of this project was to show people they're not alone, to put my pain out there, to maybe show somebody that there's people going through the same exact things that they're going through, and just to kind of spread some positivity in these negative ass times, like I said on the album, man. So whether you're sharing this album or spreading the word to people or not, as long as you're spreading love, we're fighting the same fight, and we're adding something into the world that it needs a lot more of. So just keep doing that. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Thank God always. Beautiful Trauma out now. It's love. Frank Colmenares, I'm out.